Hello families, I'm Leslie.
And I'm Megan, I'm from Tadpole's Early Learning.
And today we're here to demonstrate another STEM experience for some of our older children, so from toddlers up. Many families feel that doing STEM experiences with their children can be complex, and we're here to debunk that myth, aren't we, Megan?
Sure are.
Megan is actually one of our educators who has a real passion around science and technology with children. Megan, why do you find doing science experiences with children so engaging?
For me personally, I love exploring the concept of science with children as they get to work out what's going on together. They get to mix things together, they get to try and hypothesize and see what's happening, and then at the end of it they get to see the final product.
Awesome. So what have you got for us today?
So today we'll be creating a volcano. It's a very simple science experiment with only two ingredients, main ingredients.
And what are they?
So we've got white vinegar and bi-carb soda.
And sand.
Yep.
But we can do this without sand, can't
Yes.
we? We can do it just in a plastic bottle if you don't have sand at home. And of course, this sort of experience often comes from when children are interested in things like dinosaurs, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the main one for our centre.
Yeah, but often just on its own, a science experience like this, if children haven't been thinking about things like this before, can really stimulate their thinking. So you can do something like this to start children thinking about science and experimenting and guessing what might come next. We've got sand and we have vinegar and bicarb soda. So what are you going to do with the sand first?
So the sand is, we just pop it in here, just add a little bit of water to make it...
Just so that it can be moulded?
Yeah, just so it can stick together. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is the bit that the children really love to do.
So you can get your children to do the making of the volcano mould.
Absolutely, because they may perceive volcanoes in different shapes to what you do, so it's their interpretation of it.
So at the ending of this, obviously the sand has to look a little bit like a volcano because we need the hole in the middle.
Yeah.
So what's next?
So we just pop a hole in the top, so you can just use your finger, just get it in there, it might crack. And then we grab the bicarb soda. Thank you.
And so about how much?
Maybe like a teaspoon. And then you just pop that in the sand. There we go. For extra spark, you just add a little bit of red dye. There we go. So we would be asking them what they think is going to happen, what happens when we add the vinegar to it. They could guess, they could see if it's going to fizz, if it's going to smoke, and you just tip the vinegar. And it just explodes.
And the magic happens.
Yeah. Actually, and that's our volcano.
So Megan, that looks like a really simple thing to do with children, but what sort of things have you heard children say and talk to you about when you've done something like this with them?
So they've asked why it happens. So then we talk about the mixture of vinegar hitting it, and that's what makes it fizz down. They've also asked to add different colours to it to see not just only red come out. They might add blue or green, or they might mix a colour to red to make purple, or yeah.
So it's that real hands-on learning and experiencing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And of course, extensions to this sort of thing, you could imagine that your little people may ask to see lots of things about volcanoes. So from doing a simple experience like this, you could take that then into an internet search and have a look at some videos of some real volcanoes. And from past experience, when children like doing this sort of thing, they like to do it on again and again, don't they?
Yes.
So a simple science experience that you can do with your children that I can guarantee that they will love, and one that gives you an opportunity to have some really rich conversations with your children about interactions of chemicals and the natural world.